Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Life, Trust, and Legacy. We're back for another episode where we're educating on how to protect your soft life. Soft life is a buzzword right now, and we think that it's relatable in the financial literacy, legacy planning space too. So, we wanted to come in and talk about just some tips to keep in mind when it comes to protecting your soft life. So, if you want to start it off and take it away, what would you say is the most important way to protect your soft life when it comes to legacy planning?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question because when I think about people wanting to protect their soft lives, I'm thinking about people who want to make things as convenient as possible, people that want to make things as hassle-free and as worry-free as possible. And when you're talking about a dynamic, versatile planning tool, you're talking about two things. You're talking about a power of attorney, and you're also talking about a trust. And so, I know that I'm biased because I'm a legacy planner, but when you talk about protecting your soft life, I'm thinking about what a power of attorney can do for you and what a trust can do for you.
Okay, and so what can a power attorney do for the everyday person? How do they use that?
Yeah, so a power of attorney is, like I said, a great tool because what it is a document that makes somebody else your attorney, right? Just like how I'm an attorney. You have somebody else who's an attorney, your attorney in fact, who can do things on your behalf for
Mhm.
whatever reason if you're not able to do them yourself.
Mhm.
So yourself, excuse me. So let's say, for example, and this is just a very mild example, but let's say if you are purchasing a home, you're a real estate investor of some sort, you can have somebody else be your power of attorney to sign closing documents on your behalf,
Mm.
right? That's living your best soft life because literally your financial problems, your financial concerns, affairs are taken care of, and you don't have to think twice. And it's even better. It works even better if you're hurt, if anything happens to you, somebody else has either the financial authority
Mhm.
or the authority property-wise to determine what should happen with your affairs.
Now I gotta throw in a wrench there. We're talking about power of attorneys, but I've heard that that all goes away when someone transitions. So you only have that power while that person who needs you to make decisions on them are living. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, yes. So the power of attorney applies when you're living, but if you're talking about continuing to live your soft life, uh, you want to invest in a trust because a trust handles all of your property while you're living, as well as after you've passed away, in the exact manner that you direct for your assets to be handled in the document. So a trust is definitely essential in any context.
Okay, great. So POA while you're living, a trust goes for now and later. So we like that now and later. Like, so okay. Alrighty. And then when I think of the protecting your soft life, I'm gonna come at it with life insurance. And beyond life insurance, it's just wealth accumulation that gives you options in the future. So if we think about it, we buy car insurance that we know if we ever were to get in a car accident, we know that our insurance company is going to pay for it to repair our car, the car we might have impacted, and vice versa. Well, it's the same thing with life insurance. If anything were to happen to you and you were to be impacted by a parent transitioning, that's money. That money has to come from somewhere. And if they're not prepared, that can interrupt your soft life because now you have to come up with the funds that take care of burial, take care of anything that's going on with their house, things of that nature. Those resources have to come from somewhere. And 9 times out of 10, it might have to come out of your bank account, but not if you protected your soft life with life insurance on yourself, on them. Because if you had insurance on them where you were the beneficiary, that money would pay out to you straightforward in a check to go for paying for burial, paying for their different assets, depending on the amount. But then vice versa, what if they didn't have insurance, but you use your life insurance as a wealth accumulation tool? Well, that's a specific type. And I'm talking about whole life insurance, where not only are you saying, okay, I have life insurance on me so if I transition, someone will get that benefit. But while I'm living, if you have the right type of whole life insurance, that's going to give you the options of putting in and building equity in your policy where, hey, you're 10 years down the line, you have a family member transition, well, you have 10 to 15,000 in your whole life policy. You can just borrow against your own whole life policy to pay for those things cash, and it's up to you whether or not you pay yourself back or not. Now, that does impact the death benefit, so this is not financial advice. This is just information and education, so you know your options. But it's important for us to let you know that this is how you can protect future problems and protect your soft life. So I think it's very important to throw in life insurance to the conversation of a soft life, because this is the thing that's going to keep your life at a place where you have options and financial means for any type of thing that might interrupt your soft life.
Absolutely.
And so with that being said, we want to make sure that you know that our passion and the reason why we do these videos is to make sure we're representing or representing financial literacy to our audience so that they know in the most relatable way they can have this protection and these plans in place. And we also believe that, you know, you don't want to wait too late to plan your estate. So that's estate planning with trust and legacy planning, but also with life insurance too, because there's so many options that come from having these things in place, and we want to help get you there. So feel free, if you have any questions, to reach out to either of us. We'll have our contact information listed in the screen but after this video, and also in the comments as well. Like, comment, and share, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay. Okay, was that good enough?
Yeah, I think that's good. And like I said, before, we don't have to overthink any of this stuff. We don't have to